drop your stream. Like, you will vanish.
Hello, everyone. Joanna here from Joanna Reads. We are celebrating my 5 years on BookTube.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it's been 5 years. It's wild. And I honestly feel so guilty because I know that many of my good friends here on BookTube have these streams, like my friend Brian from BellTube, who so generously has like 90 people on a single stream whenever he's celebrating something.
No.
And Brian just has that charisma to pull it off as a host.
He did run a club, once upon a time. So.
That's true.
I'm going to defend you, Joanna. It's too much. It's too much. Like, everyone can't talk and everyone tries to talk over each other. It's too many people. It's too many people. Like, you have mastered the meta, which is 3 or 4 people.
3 or 4 people, yeah. I mean, even my Y Reads, I don't go beyond 2 guests at a time. There was a time when I did 4 at a time, and I was like, okay, I feel like I just need to maybe pull back. But yeah, I feel I just wanted to keep it a little more intimate this time. But I am going to just go ahead and quickly go through the comments and just give some shout outs too, because Josh from Red Fury Books is my dear friend and co-owner of The Fireside, along with Matt on Books. And she was only Evie, our mod, and he is celebrating his 5 years today too. And so, Josh, I understand not being able to stay long, but it was wonderful to catch up with your stream this morning. And I'm so grateful to be in the same space as Josh because he gives excellent recommendations, and he not only reads fantasy, but he also reads crime fiction and just has a lot of variety in his reading, which is very nice. And I'll just quickly say hello to other people who are here. Hi, Kale. And oh my goodness, Scott, the Bald BookTuber, is back. So please check out his channel. He's fantastic. And I was just so happy to see that he's making videos again. Tori from Tori Talks, my sister in epic fantasy, in killing epic fantasy, that is. But she says, I wish I could be there with you, Joanna. Huge congratulations on 5 years. You're an insightful and important voice in our community. Thank you so much, Tori. I feel the same way about you. And my dear friend Matt is here in the comment section as well. And we have Monty Atkins. So hello to everybody who's here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, half a decade. That's wild. I can't even process that right now. That's just too much to think about. And Tom Orange, who's also a wonderful friend here on BookTube channel I love. So hello, Tom. And Derry, who we love as well. And yes, we love your face too, Derry. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being here, KD Books. Nice to see you.
Karen, what's up?
Yay. Yeah. And then Brian, we were just talking about you. But yes, we are so happy to I'm so happy to have you as part of the community too. And so thank you so much for being here, Brian. And to everybody else, thank you so much. I know I'm going through this really fast. Hello. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Thank you, Laura. It's so wonderful to see you back recently too. And Anita, thank you, Anita. You were the best. And yes, I'm just, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all so much for being here. And I also need to thank my guests who are here today because like I said, I kept it low key this time. I was like, I was going to try to have 90 people on a stream and I just couldn't do it, as we were just saying. But it was really special to me to have Philip and Alan here because both of Philip and Alan actually discovered your channels around the same time. And that was the year before I started my channel. And so you two are class of 2020. I am class of 2021. And you two, I always say that Alan is kind of responsible for me starting my channel inadvertently. So yeah, you knew that though, right, Alan?
Yeah, I was going to ask. So you found us at the same time, but
who's better? That's what he wants to ask.
No, I don't want to ask it. I need to ask it because if I don't, Mitch is about to ask it. So clearly I am her favorite, which is fine. Philip, you're second. That's also fine. You have more subs, so really the joke's on me. So that's fine. That's fine. And Jimmy is a distant third. Like he can barely make us out on the horizon if he looks really hard. He can. If he has his specs on, he might be able to see the dust that you're kicking up, Philip.
Yeah.
From second place.
Eat my dust, Jimmy.
That's
We'll
right.
see if he hears that. You know, Jimmy was invited to the stream in full transparency. He had to back out. He's busy these days. We were going to have our musical debut tonight,
Oh.
but unfortunately, because he couldn't make it, sorry, y'all, we're not going to do it. But
Man, he's rocking the guitar, though. He is rocking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. We were going to do a whole thing together, you know,
Nice.
but not this time. But he's here in spirit. So, yeah, I hope, Jimmy, that you're doing well. If you watch this, if you watch the replay, but yes, I did. I found you two at the same time. I was talking about this on the Fireside Discord today, which, by the way, if you're not in the Fireside Discord, that is the Discord that I co-own with Josh from Red Books and Matt on Books, and also otherwise known as the Intelligentsia, if you ask Alan. And
people in my Discord can't spell that word. It's too long, according to Joanna.
No, stop. No, but I do a question of the day. I've been taking over the question of the day in that Discord the last couple months, and I've been having a blast doing it. But today was the question of the day, and it was about discovering BookTube, and I basically explained that I found out about BookTube because I found out about like a Game of Thrones video that I had watched, and then eventually I found all these other channels, and Jessie May actually shouted out Alan's channel. And the first time I found Alan's channel, I could not stop binge watching all of his videos. Like I watched everything I think you had posted at that point. And then around the same time,
all 3 videos.
Yeah.
Whoa, my gosh. Philip, I was posting 3 a week for a good 2.5 years. Shots fired by Dr. Chase.
I just met in the last 2 years.
Oh my God, that's true. And they were all last week.
Goodness.
Hold on, Joanna. I want to correct the record here, guys. Here. On
Go ahead.
I wish I could put a screenshot here. On January 6th, 2025, Joanna, who hates star reading, says, I misspelled intelligentsia so I could fit in here in my Discord. This is something that she said. I'm looking at it right now.
I'm being so roasted.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. That's even better than saying people in there can't spell it. That's even better.
It's because I was misspelling intelligentsia, but I was trying to cover my tracks.
Anyway.
That's so funny.
So yeah, thank you, PL, by the way. I've been hearing great things, by the way, about your series. A lot of people are enjoying that right now. So, hey. Yeah, so I found out about BookTube because of I found Alan, and then I found Philip, and then I started to find out about adult fantasy BookTube, basically. And then Alan said, join the Shelf Space Discord. Everybody needs to join. And I was scared of Discord, but I joined.
I had no idea how to use it. Like they had to teach me. Like when I first joined it, Jessie told me to join it, and I had no idea. I was like, what are these little like things we're putting below what people say? And they're like, those are reactions, Alan.
I'm still scared. I'm still scared of Discord, but
it's because Philip. It's because you're a Luddite.
Yes, it's true. Guilty.
Did y'all know Philip doesn't have a television? I'm gonna preempt him here. Philip does not own a TV, meaning when he says that, he is saying that he is better than you because of it. Just letting you know. Just letting you know.
But here's the thing. I feel kind of responsible. I'm going to take some credit here because I feel like I shared with Philip one day how the Way of Edan special edition was being promoted on Instagram. And it seemed like a day later, he started an Instagram account.
It was because of that. Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
And Philip is on Instagram far more than I am now. Because every time I get on Instagram, every post I see for the first time, if Philip has already liked it, he's sharing it. People are just promoting his books left and right on Instagram.
To Philip's credit, I mean, if you're a self-published author, you got to be out there on all the stuff like you have to promote it yourself. And so like good for Philip doing what's got done.
I just feel like I was an idiot for not getting on Instagram sooner, really. actually, because it's the pretty social media platform, I think, right? It's the one where people like the aesthetics a little more,
Yes.
which
Yes.
you know, when I first got on there, obviously we got into like book related groups or whatever, and I was astounded at just people putting out gorgeous pictures of books. I did not know books could be that sexy, actually. You know, it was just, wow, look at the beautiful books. Look at the lighting in that picture. And I was like, man, you gain a swift appreciation for book aesthetics when you're on
I don't understand it. Like, why does this book have to be next to a pine cone and like a candle that is the same color as the book? I just don't I don't get it. That doesn't make me want to read the book anymore. Now there's a pine cone next to it, and I'm taking shots at Bookborn like directly. Bookborn is pine cone queen.
Pine cone queen.
I'm just, why did you find this book in the woods? Like, is that the it's
a vibe, Alan. It's a vibe, you know.
She takes such beautiful pictures of books, even books she gives 1 star. It's like you wouldn't know she hated the book so much just by the picture. I'm trying to
figure out, like, to what end? To quote the great orator Cicero, cui bono? To whose good? Like, to whose good is being served with a pretty picture of a garbage book?
Well, ask them with their 50,000 followers.
No one will tell me. They'll be like, that's just what you do, Alan. Like, this is just what we do. No one will tell me. No one can give me a reason on why we need to look at books through a filter with a pine cone and, maybe like a gravy dish because it's the fall, or a pumpkin perhaps because it's near Thanksgiving. Like I don't like, but why though? Why though? Cui bono? Cui bono?
Yeah,
so,
it's the eternal question. It is.
It is just like, what does autumnal mean?
I don't know, but it has pine cones and pumpkins.
It 100% has pine cones and pumpkins.
It does.
It does. Taken me 6 years on BookTube to figure that out, Philip.
That's all that matters on BookTube are pine cones and pumpkins and autumnal vibes.
No, all that matters on BookTube is that you have an A-B thumbnail that changes halfway through the day and that you have a forehead crease in your thumbnail. Make sure your eyebrows are raised or furrowed, just as long as there's a forehead crease, or perhaps you're doing... Guys, let's be real for a second. How often in real life have you seen people doing like this? Like when they're like...
Oh, I do it all the time.
No, you don't, Philip. The thing is, no, you do not gasp at things with your hands on your head. Like,
I do have a video where I'm doing that.
I have one of my stock photos of me doing.
Philip, I bet that you have never gasped and put your hands on your head in your entire life as an actual reaction. Like, I would go on to Kenishi or whatever that gambling website is, and I would bet it right now. I would take even odds that Philip has never gasped with his hands on his head, open mouth, at anything in his life.
Huh. I'm not
sure. And you know what? People certainly don't do it while watching trailers on the internet. Sorry.
I do. I am doing that for my Gene Wolfe, I think, Book of the New Sun, the first book. I'm like, huh? For my thumbnail.
Oh,
but it did break my brain a little bit. But yeah. You're right. It is almost a requirement. I fail at it most of the time, so it's to my own detriment as a booktuber. But it's one of the many lessons you learn. You got to have that furrow crease down for your thumbnails.
Well, the real art is when you can make your friends into One Piece characters.
Oh, yeah.
Philip, but the thing is, you don't know how to do that. Like, that's not you doing it. You don't know how to use Photoshop.
I don't have Photoshop. I have these free apps that I use.
Oh, do you do those? Oh,
I do those.
Yeah, he does.
Did it for
no, I like for the first couple thumbnails, I paid her like $10.
Right on. Okay, so all right.
She taught me. She taught me how to use those free apps, and I've been doing them ever since. So yeah, tech genius right here, tech guru.
No, look, you know, I don't know how to do it. So you're actually, I'm the Luddite, really.
I could teach you.
I just don't. I just can't learn one more thing.
If you want to learn how to make really bad thumbnails, I can teach you.
I already do that, Philip. It's called grab a candid screenshot from the video I just filmed and throw some words behind it. Done. And there you go. And
do this.
You are actually, I would say this, Alan, you are actually one of the most screenshotable friends that I think I know of.
Because my natural reactions are Muppet-like. And I think that's why I balk so much at people's fake reactions. Like, just react to stuff, guys. Like, what if things just naturally excited you instead of having to like concoct some excitement in a lab?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. And then you have people like Thomas R. Howell who are just very stoic in their thumbnails.
Yeah, I know, but the quality of his video, and like, I hate him. It looks so good.
Yeah, I know. It does. It does. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Do you want to try to organize a program where each fireside member gets assigned an Alexandria buddy and gives them the literary My Fair Lady treatment?
Yeah. Everyone from your Discord is going to teach my people how to read.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Alan, what's your origin story on BookTube?
Oh, that's a good question.
What?
What's your origin story? Why'd you start your channel? Who inspired you?
What? I started the channel in order to throw off the shackles of BookTube oppression. And I was well on my way to establishing an empire. And then rather than issuing an edict from on high, as all empires should, I pulled the demos, and I allowed the mob to decide what we were reading next. And so many people who voted for this book didn't even read it. And instead, it just destroyed, like, everyone left. Like, they went and founded the Fireside. Like, everyone, like,
That's not true.
Everyone fled my Discord because the read along was so terrible. Because the book was so just not good. I am the progenitor, Tuesday Fox. I am the progenitor.
Huh.
So it was during COVID, as many of our 2020 class of 2020 was. And I was screwing around online, and I was like, I think I saw Daniel Green's Malazan something. I'm like, I want to talk about Malazan online. I was reading Malazan at the time, and I'm like, I'll do it. So I filmed the Gardens of the Moon review, and spent 8 hours trying to edit a video because I didn't know how to do it. And then
really?
Yeah, the first time I did a video, it took me 8 hours. Yeah, I didn't know how to do it. If something tells me 8, no way. Something takes me, if I stumble over one thing while editing a video, I just stand up and walk in the other room. I'm like, I'm not doing this tonight. I'm not fooling with it. And then yes, Alex. And then I was just watching people on BookTube because I'm like, if I want people to watch my channel, I should watch other people's channel and comment. And KD Books, who was in the chat, was the very first person to ever comment on one of my videos. He commented on my BookTube movie tag. And I know, Kieran. He's the very
what did he say though? What did he say? Like,
I don't know. I forget what he said, but he said something, and I just started talking back to him. And then I started watching his channel also. And we don't read the same stuff. He used to read every Booker, Man Booker long lister. And one day he read Senlin Ascends and hated it. And in exchange, I said I was going to read Burnt Sugar, which was a Man Booker Prize shortlister or something. And I have started it twice and have failed to complete it both times. And it's shorter than Senlin Ascends. So he has the moral high ground from me. And then somehow Jessie May was talking about having lived in Japan. And so I messaged her on Instagram and was like, I also have been in Japan, and I don't want this to like seem super weird because I bet you get like random messages all the time. So I'm married, and I just thought it was cool that you were in Japan. Like, where in Japan were you? And then she's like, we talked a little bit. She's like, you should join the Discord. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And she's like, it's an app that you chat. I'm like, what? And so I joined it and was like, I do not know what to do here. Why are there faces below what people are saying. And I thought the exploding head, like I thought there was a starfish on the guy's head. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, I don't know what these are. And I don't know. And then
Do you
bread,
remember bread? The
yeah,
bread emoji?
I accidentally put a bread on something. I meant to put something else.
That's where it started?
Yeah, and I stuck with it. And I'm like, you know what? I give that one piece of bread. I give that statement one piece of bread. And then it just became a thing. And because of that, like that's where I met everybody. And that's where it just kind of, you know, spiraled out. And then in October of 2020, I was like, Jesse, I asked permission to set out into the world on my own to establish, like Jesse is the Numitor from Alba Longa, while I am Romulus and Remus setting out from their grandfather's home to found their own new nation. But I said, Grandmama, may I please have your blessing to go? And she was like, yeah, I don't care. Like, go start your own Discord. But then everyone in the world started a Discord without asking me anything.
Except me.
Discord. Philip, I'm shocked you don't have a Discord.
You didn't tell me you had started a Discord, because I joined Shelf Space because of you. And then it was months later that I realized, oh, he started his own Discord.
Because I didn't want to drag a bunch of people out of the Shelf Space Discord. And like, because I felt ungrateful because I owed everything. Like I owed my channel to Jessie because she shouted me out.
That is how I found out about your channel. Yeah.
And so I left.
You're seeing it was poetic justice that the Fireside Discord was started then.
Oh, 100%. Like, look, you can start whatever you want from the ashes of my ruin. Like, that's fine. Like, I crashed and burned, gave it a shot, and it just died.
I didn't have his blessing.
But no. I just like, I felt bad being like, hey, so thanks for, you know, giving me my start and being here. What if I just took all your people and went and started my own thing? And she was like, I don't care. I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks. I appreciate it. And I just went over there and said, if y'all are coming, like, you should not leave Shelf Space, because I was still active there for a long time after my own thing. Anyway, that's what happened. This is not a stream about me though.
Yeah. So let's ask Joanna questions.
Oh yeah, feel free to ask me questions if you want to.
Okay, Joanna, what in the 5 years that you've been on BookTube has been your favorite collaboration that you've done?
Oh, that is
hard. I know.
That is way too hard.
Or just some of the highlights. You can throw out a few if you want.
Oh, geez. Well, I loved our Stoner discussion, because Stoner is by John Williams is one of my favorite books of all time. And we had a wonderful discussion that was Philip and Ellen, myself, Murphy, and Jimmy. It was just a great group. And so it was just wonderful to have that discussion. So that was a huge highlight. Because I'm seeing Scott in the chat here, I'll just shout out the A Song of Ice and Fire reread that we all had. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, there were so many other ones. All the Y reads have been so much fun, all of them. And I know that you two have been you've been guests a few times on Y read. So Philip, you were on one of the first ones with Dr. Fireballs.
Professor Fireballs.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. And then you were
with Lecton.
And that was really cool. And then we also had a really wonderful Left Hand of Darkness discussion. That was a fantastic discussion.
Should have invited me to that one. I got plenty to say.
Did you read that one?
Yes, that's actually a physics book. It is how do you make a book that is less than 300 pages seem like it's 1,700 pages? And the answer is follow Estraven through the glacier. That is the answer. Ouch. Physicists have been studying it for years. Like Simon, like I read it, and man, like maybe if it was the 70s, but I'm just like okay, do they need to be on this glacier this long? Like it seemed like it was for 400 pages, but the book isn't even that long. Hello, buddy. Oh, you waving? All right.
K-Fox came into the chat right at the right time. Oh, hello.
No.
So I did not enjoy Left Hand of Darkness. I don't know. I may not be smart enough for Ursula K. Le Guin, y'all.
You are more than smart enough. You know what you should do, Alan, is watch the discussion that Joanna hosted on the Left Hand of Darkness with Lecton and myself. I was there. I think you'll appreciate the book more after watching that
The
video.
problem is when I hear people talk about it, I get physically angry because I'm like, I do not believe these people are reading the same book that I am. Like, I do not believe that this is the same book that I read. Like when Joanna talks about Dispossessed, I'm like, that sounds really cool. That wasn't in the book that I read. We must have different versions of it, where
Aw.
yours is interesting. Though I don't know.
Well,
I will watch that. I will
it
watch that.
was an excellent discussion, I will say. And I even said in the discussion that I felt a little out of my depths with it because I think Left Hand of Darkness, it's one of those books. It did take me a long time to get into it. And then in the second half, I was surprised. I did feel like it was very poignant towards the end.
It's
I
weird.
know different people
Weird.
disagree with me about that. And I also, but I also love The Dispossessed the most. That is my favorite Le Guin.
Weird too.
It's
So
so
Alan,
good.
when you watch that video, please record yourself yelling at us.
Be like,
Yeah.
what? Where was that?
Thank you so much. And
I agree, Mitch. The Winter King discussion.
oh, Winter King. Thank you so much, Simon. That is very, very generous of you. And yeah, Alan loves The Left Hand of Darkness so much. It was money well spent, clearly. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Simon, for that 10 spot. Y'all make sure you like and subscribe to Joanna's channel. Hit that bell notification
Yes,
so you're
please.
notified every time Joanna goes live or has a video.
I actually do have the bell notification selected for you because you yelled at me once that I didn't.
Well, I think that's pretty like, I didn't know this was happening. I'd be like, well, hit the bell, Joanna.
Yep, you did say that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how about your favorite
No,
series?
hold on. I have a question.
Oh, yeah, go, Alan. You go.
And then we'll come back to Philip. Joanna, what are 3 of your favorite books you've read since you've been on BookTube? It cannot be
Oh.
anything you read before then.
That's so hard.
It
That
doesn't
is
have to be
so
your 3
hard.
favorite. 3 of your favorite.
3 of my favorites. So I don't know if these are absolutely my favorites I'm just pulling off the top of my head right now, but I honestly think, well, Stoner is an obvious one. That one, I can't stop talking about it. I talk about it way too much. I think about it too much, but I genuinely love that book. And
Mr.
and then
Stewart.
what?
Sorry, I was being
Oh.
Charlie Walker.
That's okay. Yeah, and then the other one, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it since we just talked about it, but The Dispossessed by Le Guin. I love that book. Like, I don't know what it is about it too, because
I don't either.
well, I mean, here's the thing. With that book in particular, every time, because I've read it twice. I read it and then I reread it with the audiobook, and then I went back over it because we were gonna have a discussion with Jared Henderson, and then that didn't end up happening, and with K Fox. Really hope that happens someday. But yeah, I went over my notes again. And the thing about that book is that I when I started, I always think this feels like a book that's not going to be for me. And then by the end, I'm always surprised how gripped I am by it. Like I just really sucked in. It just possesses me somehow, and it's called The Dispossessed. So there you
I
go.
100% knew when starting it, you were gonna love it. I'm like, and
Really?
especially as I'm reading it, being like, oh, I hate this so much. I'm like, Joanna and Philip will love this. Like, I know it every time. I'm like, they will love this book because the reason I don't like it is always the reason that y'all love it, and it's just like, just navel gazing, lecture giving in the guise of some kind of plot, and y'all love that. Y'all eat it up. Y'all like, give me seconds. You go to the little sci-fi little paste dispenser and eat seconds, and I'm just like, but what if anything happened though? And what if Shevik wasn't the worst? What?
No.
What happens to The Dispossessed? Nothing, except Shevik is the worst, and people talk about proprietarians, and yet they're awful too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ambiguity in there for sure. But I've already told Philip, I'm like, please, 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 if you read that book, please let me join your discussion for it.
Oh, Philip hasn't read The Dispossessed?
He hasn't yet, but he would love it, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would love it. He's gonna read it. He's gonna read the same version you had. He's not gonna read my version. There is a 0% chance Philip walks away from that being like, I just didn't like it very much.
I've read 7 books by Le Guin at this point, and I've never not loved any of them. So I think I'm gonna like it.
Philip's gonna love it. He's gonna eat
Yeah.
it up. He's gonna lap at that spreading pool like a cat. Just
Well, there was
drinking
even
from-
that passage you read out loud that you were like, "This is so Philip." I remember the part about grades, like no grades or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And no one gets any grades. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just going to try to think of other answers for this question because there are many. But if I go back to the first year I was on BookTube, The Crippled God by Stephen Erickson, favorite book in that series, one of my favorite fantasy books of all time. Stoner, clearly a favorite book. And then let's see, The Dispossessed I already mentioned. The White Luck Warrior by R. Scott Baker is a brilliant and brutal book that I absolutely loved. And I think Derry mentioned down here, I'm trying not to jump too far ahead of the chat because there are some questions here, but Fool's Errand also was a very impactful read for me as well. So, there have been so many. But that's a great question. There are so many, but those are definitely ones that stand out. So, and also Ishiguro has been a huge one for me. Like I loved Clara and the Sun. I'm having a hard time choosing a favorite Ishiguro right now, but I've loved the 4 books I've read from him so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I got a question for you. And
Okay.
it's going to be, you know how sometimes people do this thing like, oh, if you could only have one series, you're on a desert island and you can only get one series to read for the rest of your life, what would it be? You can answer that for yourself if you want, but I want you to assign a series or book to all your BookTube friends that they can only read for the rest of their lives.
Oh,
So you have to give one. Let's start with an easy one, Alan. What is Alan going to have to read for the rest of his life? He's been thrown on an island all by himself, and he only has one book or series to read for the rest of his life. What are you going to give him, Joanna?
If you give me The Dispossessed, I'll just kill myself like, on the desert island. I will use it to choke myself with its pages.
I wouldn't do that. I'd probably give Alan Discworld since I know he loves Discworld so
That's
much.
All right, I appreciate that. That is kind.
Yeah, I'd want to be nice. Just like with Derry, I'd give her Realm of the Elderlings.
Yep.
Give Philip something terrible. Give Philip, I don't know. Give Philip Percy Jackson or something.
Percy Jackson.
So you can just marvel at the juvenility of it.
What about Jimmy? What would you give Jimmy?
Oh, Jimmy. What would I give Jimmy?
Yeah.
A Song of Ice and Fire, because that's
Oh,
his
of course,
favorite. That'd be easy. Yeah.
He's happy.
Do not give Philip Malazan. I know you want to. Don't do it. Don't do it.
What? Well, why
Don't
not?
give him
It is
Malazan.
his favorite.
Everybody gets only one, so if you give me Malazan, you can't have it for yourself.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true. Don't give
I do want to give Philip Malazan though, because he's read like all the books. Like but okay, then I'll
That means
give.
the Esselmont and the Erickson, right?
Yes,
That's
that would have to be both.
No,
Yeah.
give Philip the Babysitter's Club.
The
Like
baby-
you have so many books to read. Circle? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh.
He would like to tell you something.
Oh
that's okay.
yes.
What is okay? So this is what he's pointing at. This, right? What is that, buddy? What's this?
Soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer. Yes.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Nice.
Go take a bath. Go to mama.
Soccer.
Okay. No one.
Oh,
no one listens to these
but yeah,
soccer
I think I would give you. I would give you Malazan. I would have to. I would
Yeah.
have to.
Okay.
books.
And if I gave myself a book or series, this is hard, but it's weird because it's not my favorite series of all time. If you watch that favorite series of all time video, but I think I might give myself Lord of the Rings.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Can I visit your island and borrow it sometimes?
Yeah. There you
Stay
go.
over.
Because it's just so beautiful and hopeful, and I don't know, it just has so much there that I don't know, that just feels eternal to me. So
Yeah.
that might be what I give myself.
Okay.
That's a really good question. I like that. You know, it was funny. I was watching Bart's stream with Bridger, Library Ladder. That's Bart from Bart's Book Space, who was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still in. And he asked Bridger if he could take one book to a desert island, what would it be? And Bridger said something like a survival manual or something like that, which I thought was such a clever answer to that question. Yay. So I'm going to go back. There's a question here that Scott has here. I do have a question. I think you are reading or already read Vance's The Dying Earth. Yes. Was it recommended? Okay. So I just started book 4 today, this morning. I'm doing a buddy read. So here's the thing. Uh, I do. In some ways, I have a hard time knowing if I can recommend it completely since I haven't finished it yet. But I can say that it's grown on me the more and more I've read it. And book 3, the Sword of the Lictor so far is my favorite Book of the New Sun. Or not Book of the New Sun. Oh, I'm thinking of the Book of the New Sun. You're talking about Vance's Dying Earth. I'm so sorry. I've only read book 1 of, I don't know why I got that mixed up in my head. I'm so sorry. The Dying Earth. Yes, I've only read book 1 in The Dying Earth. And yes, I would recommend it. In fact, I'm kind of kicking my butt that I haven't read more books by Jack Vance. Here's the thing. I would recommend it if you want something that's extremely rich and imaginative, but don't read it if you want a lot of tension in your plot because he goes right from one thing to the next, kind of like Book of the New Sun in a way. And the characters are extremely flat. They're extremely flat. They're all in service to the world building and the themes. So if you can get behind just pure imagination and incredible exploration of theme and an interesting, unique fantasy world, I think Vance is excellent for that. Incredible prose writer. So, have you read any Vance, either of you?
I have not, which is terrible because he's really, I think, the inspiration for a lot of those Dying Earth type
Yes.
stories.
Mhm.
So yeah, I put it on the list of gaps in my reading to eventually rectify. Yeah.
Yeah, he's quite imaginative. Like I said, characters really flat, like really, really flat. And right now I'm going through a huge Tanith Lee phase, and I'm reading her Tales of a Flat Earth series. And
Ah.
ironically, because of the title, her characters also tend to be very flat in that particular series. Not as flat as Vance's even, but they are a little more on the flat side, but they still have a lot of personality. They're still fascinating. I still find her imagination and world building incredible as well. So I think it's just like that unique flavor of fantasy. And I find that from a lot of fantasy from a few decades ago, that the world building is just so you could find a lot of fantasy, not saying there's none today, but you could find a lot of fantasy back then that's just so rich, so imaginative. That I don't know, it just does something for me in a way that I find I don't necessarily see as much, I should say, in a lot of modern fantasy. It's there, but not quite to that level. I think we have a more grounded narratives now that feel more like our world in some ways. Okay, I feel like I talked a lot. How are you guys?
It's your stream, Joanna.
I know. Oh, I know.
But it's hard to attend to the chat stuff and talk and all that. That's why
I know.
you're
I'm
here, Alan.
terrible at it. Sorry. Yeah. I enjoyed our chat, Joanna, even though my mic was a poop back then, trying not to swear in front of the youngster. Yeah. Well, you have nothing to apologize when it comes to mic stuff because I've been through the ringer when it comes to poor mic stuff on my channel. So I enjoyed our chat too. So thank you so much for having me on. Yeah. And let's see. I'll try to catch up here in the chat. Sorry, you guys. I know I'm skipping some wonderful content here. Um,
Uh-oh.
what? Who's this?
Steve
SD.
Donahue says you didn't actually like it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did say that.
Wait, I thought that Joanna was officially labeled a dude bro.
Oh.
That's a highlight of your time here on BookTube is finding out that you're a dude bro, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm a dude bro too. I like Stoner.
He didn't believe anybody really liked it. That was what he said. I think that's what he said on Jimmy's chat. And I was like screaming in the chat. I'm like, I love Stoner. I love Stoner. Or maybe he said no girls are like Stoner is what it was. Maybe that was what it was. And I was like, I like Stoner. And Jimmy was highlighting my comments. He's like, yeah, no girls like Stoner. I'm like, okay. Something like that. My mother and I we read that together and absolutely loved it. Yeah. Classic sci-fi is a treat. You should read more, Joanna. Yeah, I've been trying. I've been actually reading some classic sci-fi. I've read some classic science fiction. I'm trying to think of more recent ones that I've read. But let's see. Some of the classic ones, obviously I've read Dune, read the first 3 Dune books. I've read 2001 Space Odyssey. I've read, what is it called? Ender's Game. I've read Stranger in a Strange Land and Starship Troopers. I'm a little more negative on Heinlein these days. looking back at those books now, but I I had my time with them. I obviously am liking Le Guin quite a bit. I've read Ubik by Philip K. Dick. I've read Babel 17 by Delaney. Is that right? And then I hope I got the author right. And so lastly, we read Lord of Light.
Yep.
So I have read some. I've read The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. I just got The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. So I want to read that at some point. Actually, I would like to read a lot more H.G. Wells because I know that he was very influential on the genre. And then Tanith Lee's Electric Forest, which I loved. So I've read a few. I'm not the most well-read science fiction reader by any means, but I do dabble in the genre now and then.
Bad. Have you read Hyperion as well,
Oh
Joanna?
yeah, I've read Hyperion. I have not continued the series, but I did read the first book. I really enjoyed it. I think I was not quite on the level of love of Hyperion as some people, but it did make my top 10 books last year.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. What about you? Are you too, Hugh? Have you read it? Alan, have you read Hyperion?
I read it in a shelf space read along. Joanna, you were there.
No, I wasn't. Not
you
for
were
that.
there when we read it.
Not for Hyperion.
You may not have read it, but we read it there.
I don't
You just may
remember
not have
that.
joined in on that one. Yeah, I think you bailed after Jade City.
To be fair, a lot of books have gone by in the last 5 years.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, I've read it. I've read it twice. I've read Fall of Hyperion once, but it was so long ago, I don't remember any of it. I've never read the book 3 and 4. Hyperion is okay. So the priest tale, the very first tale in Hyperion,
That's
is the best one.
The best. Yes, I agree.
It is everything I like about Lovecraft, and it's not even Lovecraft, but it's everything I like about that kind of epistolary, first-person eldritch horror kind of thing. I love it so much. Now, I know it's not the most popular one in there. Some people like the priest tale also, but what's the one that everyone really likes about
The Scholar?
Is that the one with the aging?
I think it's The Scholar.
Yeah. Everyone likes the Scholar's Tale, which is also really good. The Soldier's Tale is garbage, just people doing it with the Shrike, like
not good. Yeah.
And then the Cyberpunk 2077 one, I didn't like that one either.
Is that the one, the noir one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not like that one.
I like noir more than most people, but and then the Poet's Tale, I remembered him as a clown from when I read it. Because I read it before I read it on BookTube. I read it 20 years ago, and I was like, "There's this evil clown in Hyperion," and I remember it, and I'm like, "No, it's the poet." Oh, but I thought it was an evil clown. It was not. I like that character, but I don't care about Keats. Like and Evie, I mean, Evie's heard me say that, so I'm not afraid of Evie. But like Evie loves Keats, and I'm just like, I don't care. Please, can something else happen here? And then the second tale, the one after the, I don't know. I just really like the priest tale, and I thought the Shrike was a terrifying villain for a long time. Like the Shrike is awesome. I made a Shrike in my D&D game because I just liked the Shrike. He was not the same, but it was definitely inspired by that for sure. But so yeah, I reread it back in I guess it was either 2020 or early 2021, and I have not continued since then. But I would like to.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same way as you. Like that's the thing about it, is it's really good, but I didn't feel like it was consistently at the same level, and I felt like it peaked for me with the priest tale at the beginning.
It's so good. Like it's so good. I love the priest tale.
Yeah.
Like I would read that. I would pick up and read the priest tale again and just leave the rest of the book. If I ever get the hankering, because especially now, since I'm also between books, like reading some Lovecraft stories, it's just so well done. It's so well done, and I don't love short stories, but I think that's really super well done.
I think the other thing,
sorry, go ahead.
I think the other thing that that made it also struggle for me is that I read this is not a fair comparison at all, and they really aren't comp titles at all, but I read The Bone Clocks by David Mitchell earlier that year. And David Mitchell, even though it's a slightly different structure because we're moving through time with these characters, you're still getting this overall story where you're going through one character's life and their journey then the next section is another character and their journey and their story, another character. So we have 5 different characters. And you even have the similarity of a writer character that reminded me of the writer character in Hyperion. But the thing is, every single character was like incredible, superb plus plus in the Bone Clocks. Whereas I didn't feel like they were, the priest tale was amazing, like mind-blowingly good, but I didn't feel like the other characters quite lived up for me. So it felt like I had a hard time comparing. I just kept on wanting to compare the 2 books when I read Hyperion. But that said, I do think Hyperion is a more ambitious book and has maybe a better plot and more thought involved when it comes to the world building. But just from a character standpoint, which is I think why people love Hyperion the most, it was hard for me not to compare it to the Bone Clocks for that. Which is not fair.
I don't read a lot of sci-fi just in general. I don't really know why. But I haven't read a ton of classic. I don't think I've ever finished Dune. I think I started Dune when I was in middle school, and because it had a sandworm on the cover.
Yes.
And I was like, what is this? And I didn't finish it. But I read the Ender Saga. Book 1 and 2 are good. I've read you know what was really good for science fiction? Those, and chat, help me out if you remember these. There was these hardback books, and they were like, I think, abridged versions of like classic stories, but they were illustrated also. And I can't remember what they are called, but I read Jekyll and Hyde. I read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I read Journey to the Center of the Earth. I read The Time Machine. I read The Invisible Man. I read Treasure Island, which is not sci-fi, but still in that same classics published thing.
What is that? I want that. That sounds amazing.
I have no idea, but they are so good for young readers.
Yes.
They're just easier to read than, you know.
Are they abridged or are they simplified?
I think they are abridged because I think, I don't know what they are. They're not Reader's Digest, Derry. Someone knows what they are. I will ask in my Discord. That's where the peasants live. Someone will have read it there, or I'll find it and show you. But yeah, there you go. Swiss Family Robinson, Black Beauty. Britain knows too. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't read a ton of sci-fi. I know there's a really good sci-fi book called A Fire Upon the Deep that only me and Kai have read, and no one else, but y'all should. It's by Werner Vinge, and it's so good. It's so good, nerds. Come on, why don't y'all read that?
Some sci-fi that no one ever talks about, but I loved as a teenager, was C.S. Lewis's Space Trilogy.
I have that, Philip. I have not read it yet, but I want to read that.
I love that much more than Narnia, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot coming from you too. Yeah. I mean, because it's fantasy versus
there it is. The Great Illustrated Classics. Someone clicked on it. Boom.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. I want to highlight this comment really quickly. Have you read any George MacDonald, Philip?
Yeah, I've read Phantastes and Lilith. So 2 of his books. But yeah, he was it's been a long time. So yeah, I can't say a ton of it. I think if I remember correctly, Phantastes is a kind of portal fantasy, very fairy, fae-like qualities to it. And he really was one of the first. Some people consider him to be the first to write kind of what we think of as fantasy now.
Yes.
Whereas William Morris, who I wrote my dissertation about, and I've read pretty much everything he ever published, he wrote, the word fantasy was not around until much later, but he wrote what we'd recognize really as fantasy in terms of just created worlds and that kind of thing, directly inspiring Tolkien. So there would be no Middle Earth without William Morris's prose romances of the 1890s. So yeah.
You know, I reread a book this year called The Day Boy and the Night Girl, which was by George MacDonald. And it's a story that I read when I was a teenager, and I loved it as a teenager. A friend of mine lent it to me, and I was just blown away by it. Was about this girl she's basically a boy and a girl who are born. A witch takes over them, and the girl is brought up in this castle to never see the sky, to never leave the chamber, so never see light. And she has this artificial moon, this light that she keeps with her, and then this lamp. And then the boy is only raised to see the sun, only ever sees the day, and he can never see the night. And there's this part of the book where the girl goes out onto the terrace or onto the balcony and she sees the night sky for the first time, sees the moon for the first time. And the way George MacDonald wrote about that perspective of a 15, 16-year-old girl seeing the stars for the first time and the moon for the first time, it was everything to me, especially because I was that age at the time. And I was like, wow, I cannot imagine how amazing and beautiful that would be. It just blew me away. And I reread it this last year and it had the same effect on me. I just loved it. But it did make me go down a little bit of a rabbit hole. I started looking up information about George MacDonald, and I know he was a huge influence on C.S. Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously C.S. Lewis and Tolkien were contemporaries, and I know William Morris was a huge influence on Tolkien, and it's just really interesting to learn about that era of fantasy. I love that. I want to do that more. It's just go down more rabbit holes of learning more about the origins and
I don't know who either one of those people are. William Morris is a talent agency.
I actually think I don't know this for sure, but they may have actually named themselves after the author William Morris.
Okay. Well, then I vaguely know who that is then.
Who founded also, by the way, a company that made decor for like inside people's houses and stuff, and also wallpaper. And to this day, people go crazy for William Morris wallpaper and all that stuff. But yeah, so maybe they're naming themselves after that because it has a kind of ironically, because William Morris actually was a dedicated socialist. And he hated the fact that his stuff, even during his lifetime, was actually his company was patronized by the wealthy, pretty much. So look at who's here.
What are we doing?
We're talking about William Morris.
Everybody's been really just waiting for you to show up. Watch, Joanna's going to drop us like a bad habit.
No.
Well, I'm here. I mean, that's what's important.
Joanna did hook you up though when we put you on a desert island, but she gave you A Song of Ice and Fire to read for the rest of your life.
Oh, well, I'm good.
She did say, out of all the people here, though, you were her third favorite.
What? I did not say that.
She made sure to clarify distant third.
like you're eating my dust, Jimmy.
Yeah, I was like, third is fine, but like I think adding the distant makes it a little mean.
Okay. Eating Philip's dust is not something that was on my bingo card. But
I mean, you do have that bad knee, so you'd be back a ways.
It's true. I can't. I don't have the giddy up that I once did.
Indeed.
Forgot to change the oil.
Jimmy, thank you so much for being here. How are you doing?
I'm good. Happy 5 years. I always forget. I guess you started BookTube after me.
Is that true?
Yeah, right. Because I started.
Yeah. You're right. I did.
So you're not class of 2020?
I'm 21.
No, she's
21.
Oh,
I know.
We still hang out with her, but
I also agreed to slum it, Jimmy.
All of my friends are 2020. Well, not all my friends, but a lot of my friends here are class of 2020, and you all were we're class of 2020. We're so cool. And I was like, I'm 2021. So a lot of people mistakenly thought I was 2022.
Did we shout, "We're so cool"? If we shouted that, I think we have undermined our argument.
I do that a lot in the grocery store. I'll walk in and just go, "I'm so cool." Works really well.
There were girls. I worked at a GameStop, and I was with my managers at like a conference, and it was at like a hotel, and there were some like fairly attractive females that saw our GameStop badges, pointed at us, yelled "nerds," and ran the other way. That's a true story. True story.
You know what? Things are starting to make sense.
Didn't even know him. It was so hurtful.
What? How old were you? When did this happen again?
I was in college.
I
was in I wasn't cosplaying. I was just wearing a GameStop t-shirt and a badge.
So were you guys, by the way, were you all considered nerds in high school? Was that a thing for you?
I guess.
Do you know those silly awards they give in the yearbook to people?
Superlatives.
That's it.
Yeah. You had one, didn't you?
I had a couple actually, because we had a small, relatively, like there's only 60 of us, so I had a couple. One was most artistic, and actually I had
autistic.
I got that one, Jimmy.
Oh. Well, I thought we had a wombo combo.
No, I got that one, Jimmy.
Ouch. Artistic, most artistic. What was the other one? Most sophisticated was another one.
Dang, that doesn't surprise me.
How
I
can
bet
you be
you-
sophisticated in high school?
He wore the tweed.
I had the tweed back then.
Back
Did you wear
even.
tweed in high school?
I literally wear not this one, but one of my brown tweed jackets that I still wear. I had it in junior year of high school. Yeah.
I hate that so much.
He was sophisticated.
I got
Yeah.
most outgoing. If that's a shocker to
Nice.
anyone.
That's a good
not.
one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
I did not get a single superlative.
Me neither.
Really? But how big were your classes?
I mean, we had it was 300 people.
Okay. So, and you didn't
I
stick
don't know
out
how big mine
in high
was.
school, Alan. You weren't like nobody. I'm sure everybody in your class knew you.
Okay, I mean, okay, like everyone knows who Joseph Stalin is too, but he's not particularly popular in most camps.
Who do you guys think killed more people, Alan or Joseph Stalin?
I mean, Joseph
you
Stalin,
did get one superlative, most likely to become a dictator, right?
I wish. No.
No?
I was. Hold on, I have to get this child out of the bathtub.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What about you,
oh.
Joanna? How big was your class then?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I don't know how many people. I should try to figure that out.
Mine was like
But-
100 to 120, I think.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bigger than mine. Yeah.
It's kind of wild because like our class was the biggest, and then the next class, and then it was like getting bigger.
Hmm.
But now the population is dumped. They
Yeah.
actually closed the middle school. There's no more middle school anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, but it was a town that was definitely held up by the economy of like oil and gas, and they've tapped it all out. So they just moved out, and now there's no infrastructure. There's like nothing there. So
That is so sad when you see that. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just watch it, dilapidate. It's pretty rough.
That's kind of. I feel like that's similar with my old high school too, which is really sad. And it was actually already big to begin with, like the building, but it felt like just population took over and started adding portables, and I don't know. Doesn't look good. Not a good look. And
Yeah.
this is a funny comment.
Did
I
you?
don't-
Yeah,
Well-
yeah, for sure. For sure.
Wait, we
Well,
gotta
I
have
was-
photos. We gotta have photos.
I'll just leave this up to people's imagination.
Joanna was like one of those people that do acid and go under the bridge and have like light sticks and be like, does anyone know
Did you have-
techno goth?
Did you have one of those like leather necklace things with the spikes and everything?
I didn't. I knew somebody who did.
Wow.
I know it. I know it.
But I did have a boyfriend with a leather jacket and like all the painting and stuff on it. And yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Alan had one of those things too, I'm sure.
One of the
the choker, spike choker.
no,
Hold
no.
I wanted to get one for my cat.
Hold on. We talked about being a nerd in high school. Let me tell you what's not fair. What's not fair is that how do these people who did the same crap that we did when we were in high school have millions of followers and millions of dollars? Like, how you turning Dungeons and Dragons into a cash cow? Because let me tell you what happened when I played Dungeons and Dragons at school. People threw rocks at us, and we had to run and find a different place to play. So, Matt Mercer, where are you? Because I got a rock that's with 1996 written on it, and it's heading your way.
I have
Oh.
live footage of Joanna from high school. If you'll put my screen up, Joanna.
I want to see it.
How do I
shared
do
my
that?
screen. Yeah, I think you
Let's
just
see if I
add
can
it
do that.
as if it's a guest.
I got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's it. All right, so this is Joanna and her friends. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but that's actually Philip there in the front. Joanna has the blue pants on. That's Alan. Yeah. All right, Philip. Philip's setting the rhythm. There it is. Okay. I'm in the gas mask.
The blue pants.
Yeah.
That is
Dude.
awesome.
Is that you in the green, Jimmy? Is that you?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, there she is. There's Joanna. Just getting it. Just getting it.
Wow. I still have those moves sometimes.
You're actually pretty good.
Thank you. I thought so too.
I'm glad I found that footage.
Yeah.
I don't know why you had that, Jimmy.
Well, I like to keep a collection.
Oh
For
my
potential
goodness.
blackmail.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a big
Just
blackmail
wow.
guy. Really big into blackmail.
Oh goodness, that
It's a
was
tough
funny.
look. It's a tough
Mm.
look.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
We never did.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Sorry.
Joanna. You
I was
first.
gonna say I always pictured that you had long hair at one point, Philip.
I've had long hair a few times.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Still got a great head of hair on you. I mean, that's
Mhm.
great.
Not too bad for 53, right?
Looking great.
It looks really good. Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Alan, are you balding yet?
No.
Good for you. Me
I
either.
know.
I have a big forehead, but that's it. People are always like, "Oh, you have a receding hairline." Nope. This is how I've been since a child. Just got widow's peaks, you know.
It's a good look. I like
It
it.
is.
Here.
Yeah.
The best side of BookTube, right here.
So,
Mm.
Joanna, I've asked you a bunch of stupid questions. Let me ask
Oh,
you.
great. Go ahead.
We never did play BookTube D&D because Alan just never did it. It's his
If
fault.
I said tomorrow that we could play, Philip can play. We will be in the middle of a battle, and it will get 8:30, and Philip will vanish. Boom, character completely gone from the thing. Joanna also goes to bed super early and can only play on days that end in 3. So she can play for 2 hours on days that end in 3. Jimmy, maybe. Like, I might be able to get Jimmy in between his mad scheduling with the all-new smash hit internet sensation Chatting with Nuts. So if I'm going to play BookTube D&D, it needs to be with less popular people or people that stay up. So y'all quit coming at me.
All right. Well, let's just say we did play BookTube D&D. Joanna,
Until 8:30.
You're going until 8:30, after which we
need to kind of explain this really quickly. So for those of you who don't know, we had a No Life Forsaken discussion, which also was a huge highlight for me. You all were asking about highlights on BookTube.
Absolutely.
I forgot that happened. I'm serious. I forgot that.
Yeah, but that's because of the state you were in at the time.
Were the comments good?
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Oh no. Oh wait, that's right. Steven Erickson commented on it. That's right.
Hold on. This is me in high school. I was trying to find this. This is me in high school. Oops.
Oh, wow. Can you zoom in a little bit?
What a nerd.
I'm holding.
That is you. Holy cow.
What? Oh, wow. You were like blonder, or is that just the light, the flash?
Nope. That is, my hair was much blonder then. Yes.
That's what Brian from Backstreet Boys do. He went in and said, "Give me the Backstreet Boy."
This is 1998, Jimmy.
Pre 9/11. Wow.
Yes.
Never forget.
Oh.
Okay.
And you're holding up the Norton.
It is a textbook. It is our politics class.
Greed in American politics.
Wow. Huh.
I don't know.
Some things never change.
Oh my gosh.
You look young, like you were one of the younger members of your class.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That's more just his maturity. You know, it was.
That's also true. Look, I just saw 2. I'm trying to get rid of it. Oh, there we go. I just saw 2 friends from high school, and they were like, "Why is your hair not white?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Because
did you have a tab that said KJ Parker?
What?
You had a tab on your browser that said KJ Parker. You have a spreadsheet for KJ Parker?
I do.
Man, that's bad. That's rough.
Wow.
That's tough.
That's a serious fan right there.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in.
It's actually
I read KJ Parker last year.
It's actually, I know you have, Joanna. I know. That's why you and I are friends again. It's a spreadsheet of KJ Parker geography where I track literally every place mentioned and what book it came from. So because there's no maps in his books, but he mentions the same places a lot.
Ah, that's smart. Philip, I'm so sorry. We never got to your question. And
sorry, Philip. Go ahead.
No, that was a nice little side trip. So my stupid question is, if we were D&D characters, your friends on BookTube, what would we be? And what would be also, would we be like chaotic evil like Alan? Or
I am lawful, if anything.
You have to assign us our what are we? Okay. Like if somebody's like a dwarvish, whatever, barbarian or fighter.
Philip is a gnomish illusionist. Worst class in second edition D&D. Gnome illusionist.
Joanna's job here.
Gnome illusionist. Jimmy, two-handed fighter. Boom. Jimmy
Easy.
smash.
That's easy.
Yeah, got it.
Easy.
Joanna, druid, wood elf druid.
Yeah, it has to be an elf.
Of course, she has to be an elf. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have to be an elf.
Although I don't know about the druid thing. I think she's an assassin.
That's
That's
not a
true.
class. That's not a class.
Oh,
Is it not?
I mean, maybe it isn't some lame edition. It might be like
I thought BG3 had it.
It's been like 30 years since I played D&D. So Alan, you're probably right. But
it's probably a stupid class in stupid 5th edition, but in 2nd edition, you would have to get one of the player's option books, in which case there probably is one. Nope.
Okay,
You know what? I know there is one because I had a Dro. There was a guy who played a Dro who played an assassin. Nope. Was that a ninja? I don't fricking know. He was on a spike most of the time.
So Alan, we have some suggestions for what you would be there.
I don't know what I would be.
A Blackguard Zentharum worshiper of Bane.
No.
That checks out.
No, I don't want to be a freaking Zent.
I
And
could see
Bane
Joanna being a
sucks.
Dro.
Bane sucks.
yeah. I feel bad that I'm like so useless with this question. All I could think of, because I've never played Dungeons and Dragons.
You haven't
all the way
played?
through.
I
I played a
played
little tiny
So you
bit.
had friends in high school. That's
Tiny
crazy.
bit. Oh yeah.
It is
And there were
crazy.
so many times when we started a game and then we never got past the character making sheet. But I did play a tiny bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm very bad at knowing things. I know most of this stuff through video games, honestly, and through fantasy novels. But yeah, I would just say like Jimmy would definitely be our like brawler, melee, main fighter guy.
Appreciate it.
And then Philip would definitely be magical, some kind of wizard. Yeah.
I'll take
And
that.
then
I'll take that.
Alan would be
Bard. Everybody needs a bard. Every band needs a bard.
There you go. He'd be our
I am
bard.
happy to hide behind Jimmy.
He did it in our BG3. I played his bodyguard.
That's right. I'm happy to hide behind Jimmy.
God, that
In
was
all-
so fun, dude.
Oh. I need to shout out this very kind super chat. So thank you so much, a Chapter Chaser BC, for the $9.99. Congrats on 10 spot for the 10 spot. Congratulations on 5 years on BookTube. That kind of consistency and growth doesn't happen by accident. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, especially because 5 years in, I really wish I were more consistent with uploads. Like Alan was talking about how he did 3 uploads a week when he started. I think I was up to almost 2 a week when I started, and now I am still here. I'm still uploading, just not as consistent as I want to be. But maybe I can improve that this year. But I still I'm just so grateful to be still going and to be here, and I just really truly thank you for this, for the 10 spot. So thank you so much for your kind words.
I've never been more than a 1 video a week guy.
You inspired me.
Works.
You inspired me to back off.
It's too much.
Yeah. I was like, Jimmy can do it. He's not only doing 1 video a week. And
I like
he's-
Alan's strategy of like just not.
We already did this. We
Oh.
already did this, Jimmy.
We already roasted Alan.
You're an hour late.
Well, that's all the material I had. So Joanna, it's been great. Thanks for having me.
Oh no.
I'm out of material. I'm a
I've
hack.
actually averaged 2 a week over the 6 years I've been doing this.
Are you still doing that? And you plan ahead now. You didn't used to do that. Because I know when the first year you were like, oh, I
Depends.
don't ever plan ahead. I
It
just
depends. If I have a free period, like right now between semesters, I've actually have like 3 or 4 videos ready to go.
Gosh.
So, which is not usually the case for me. You know, most of the time it's just, make it and post it and whatever. I got one with Alan talking about finishing his narration of Return to a
Do
Dam.
you edit at all, Philip? Ever?
What's editing?
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Got it.
that makes it
Fair.
so easy.
That's the secret to making more videos. Just don't edit.
You don't talk fast enough. When you talk super fast, you make so many mistakes.
I always feel like
That
I
is
talk
true.
too slowly. And so I'm always editing out my long pauses.
I'm Philip's got it down though. Philip doesn't have long pauses.
I do have some jump cuts in there where I'm sneezing or coughing or whatever.
Oh, so you do edit. Philip,
There you go. He does
gaslight-
edit.
Don't watch him just gaslight me.
So I don't edit. Usually, almost never will I edit a discussion video. But if I'm doing just myself alone, where like the weeks that were or something like that, or like a One Piece review or something, then I do when I have an awkward like pause or something, or I have to think about, okay, what am I going to say next, and I'll edit that gap out, that sort of thing. But so yeah, not like Brian, who doesn't edit at all anymore. He just does it. Yeah,
He's great.
Boom.
Yeah.
On your sinking edit.
So, John, can I ask another one?
Yeah, feel free.
What have you learned
Ooh.
during your 5 years on BookTube? What have you learned?
Oh, that's a hard question. What have I learned? I know I thought about this. I really did think about this before we started, because I was like, I know I have to say something.
Title of your video, Joanna.
I know. I put lessons. I think, you know what? We had this conversation today in the Fireside Discord. That is, we as in, I know Nerdy Kathy contributed to this, and Carlos from StoryTube. Fantastic channel, by the way. Carlos and Yolanda, go check them out. The Tubies, so funny, so much fun, and everybody here on the screen was involved. But yeah, we were talking about not taking things too seriously. Like, and I think that for me is the key to life. Like, yes, there are some things that do require a certain amount of solemn attention, is what I said. But I do think that the key to life is having a little bit of a lightheartedness about what you're doing. And I don't know, I just think when you don't take things too seriously, it's just a lot more fun. I think when people get really caught up and like bogged down and, oh, the channel's not doing well, or channel this or channel that, like it just, then it kind of loses its, I don't know, like it just loses something. I think it's more fun for you I find it's more fun for me as a creator, and it seems to be more fun for others if I just take the weight off my shoulders a little bit. But that's hard because I do have a perfectionistic part of my brain. And so sometimes if I'm editing my videos, I get really in my head about, did I sound like an idiot? and am I making sense at all? And I didn't finish this point before I started talking about this point. And so the perfectionism thing is still something I'm working on and learning. But I think that actually that is something that's been helpful, is actually going through this process. And I knew that was going to be a challenge for me going into BookTube. That was my perfectionism. And I think that being, just kind of working through that has been something I've had to do by the nature of what this is. And I think that's a good lesson to learn.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah.
And
what do you all think? What are the biggest lessons you two have learned?
I'll let Jimmy go first.
No, you go first.
For me, I will say, and you hear this a lot, but it was especially true for me because I think I started out a little differently from a lot of people. I didn't know anything about BookTube when I started making videos and started a channel in February of 2020. I had no idea that it existed. I didn't know the word BookTube was there. I didn't know what a TBR was. I didn't know what a tag video was. I was very confused when I first saw these things. And I was like, there's a whole culture here. There's a whole like community. So the thing that I learned through the kindness of some of the people who, I don't know how they saw my videos, but people like Iskar Jarek, from the earliest days, he saw my first Malazan video and shared it with his community. And that's how a bunch of people found my channel. And then I realized, oh, wow, there's these people, there are really nice people around here. There's some really great people. And Chris Bookish Cauldron was another one who early on, I don't know how he saw my channel, but he saw my channel and he did like a shout out or something. And then I realized, oh, wow, this is really a beautiful community where people are lifting up each other. And there are some really beautiful friendships that go on around here.
Where's that happening? Where's the lifting up happening? In which corner? Not in my corner. I have been trashed by Philip, Joanna, and Jimmy.
Yeah, I dedicated the entire episode of people just coming on
here 20 minutes.
Yeah.
God, it's all love, Alan. It's all love.
I think related to that, another lesson I feel like I've learned over the years is not to be too nice. Like I'm I mean, like in the sense that I've always been especially when I started. If you watch my earlier videos, I think I was very timid about saying anything critical about a book. Like I was just scared that I was ruining some author's career, or I don't know. I don't know if I really thought that, but I do feel like my delivery was far more timid about saying what didn't work for me in a book. And I think learning to talk about what didn't work for me, and of course I always try to support that with the specific things that didn't work for me without being a jerk about it, because I think tone matters. I think there is a way to go about that. But yeah, learning that you can have some critiques about books and that those could be valuable.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right,
That's
Jimmy.
hard for me. That's hard for me because I think I have a little bit of a people pleaser part of my brain too.
Yeah. All right, Jimmy, you're on this. You're in the spotlight.
Mine's. I don't know if my lesson is all that positive.
Oh, we can't finish on a downer.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I think I have learned. Well, one, you always have to remember that you're talking to people that you will never hear back from.
Love that.
Why is my mom calling me? Can you guys hear this ringing?
No.
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 Yeah, my mom's calling me. I don't know what for. Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so you're talking like, remember, like 1% of people comment, probably less than 1%, and then even less than that, like will join a live chat and stuff. So like those people are always there, and like you start to put faces to names and such. But you have to remember that like 99% of the people that watch your channel have never spoken to you, they've never interacted with you, and because of that, I think it's also a really good lesson to always remember who your audience is. And I don't mean like branding wise, but I more so mean like, you could be talking to people from all over the world in different walks of life. So I think it's given me pause to kind of think about what I'm saying. And, I before having a channel, I probably talked a lot more in absolutes. And that's probably one of my least favorite things. Absolutes usually end up making people look stupid. So I kind of learned that lesson. But also I've learned that no matter what you say, no matter how much you qualify it, someone will hear what they want to hear.
Uh-huh.
Or they'll they'll be like, why didn't you mention this? And you're like, I did. I talked about it for this long. But I like, basically the lesson being is that people will get out of you what they want out of you. And sometimes that's not even really what it was all about. Like I spent 2 minutes criticizing the made up swears in Stormlight in a 30-minute video where I praise the rest of it. People just focus on the negative. And you have to accept that and just like not worry about it, I guess.
Yeah.
That is so well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not that negative, really, Jimmy. Actually, that's really good stuff. Yeah.
I feel like it's negative because then you kind of have to accept the fact that like the internet is a flawed place.
Mm-hmm.
And the bigger the audience, the worse it is, unfortunately. Like that is reality, as Alan learned in One Piece.
It's a cesspool. It's not the flawed place. It's a cesspool.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Armchair generals come to command their legion of mouth breathers.
So what have you learned, Alan?
That One Piece fans need to understand that they're watching a children's cartoon that's about fighting, and that's gonna help. And that I don't know if it makes them feel inadequate that that's the reality of what they're watching, and so they have to like come down hard on the thematic content. No, but it's about themes. Dude, I don't care that you're watching a kid's cartoon. I also am doing that. I'm just acknowledging that and saying that, hey, guess what? This is mostly about fighting, because most of the time they're fighting. Most of the time. Philip, don't shake your head at me. I've watched 1,200 episodes of this thing. Most of them are fighting. Most of the episodes are fighting.
You imagined I was shaking my head.
You know what? Jimmy just said, I'll hear what I want. And then, I speak in absolutes all the time. I find that's the best thing to speak in, Jimmy.
Yeah, but you're autistic.
That's true.
You get a pass.
I do get a pass. That's true. You can't be mean to me.
You need a card.
Also, what else have I learned? Is that what we're asking? What we've learned?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I have learned that, I don't know, guys, like make the kind of content you want to make. Like if you're trying to chase, you remember when Harry Potter came out and then like everything was Harry Potter, and then Twilight came out and everything was Twilight, and then the Hunger Games came out and everything was the Hunger Games. What if y'all just like did stuff that you wanted to do? Like if you can chase the trend all you want, but like I don't know how to live subject to an algorithm. And I'm not sure I've learned this, so I'm imparting my wisdom on you. I've always known this, so I'm imparting my vast wisdom onto anybody who's talking about starting a channel. Like, I don't know why you want to live as a slave to the algorithm. Like when people say, well, I have to do this because the algorithm, you don't. You do have a choice. No one, like the algorithm's not at your house with your family in the basement, like, you know, like, I don't know, a Hannibal Lecter novel that Jimmy and I are about to read. Like they don't have, like Will Graham and Clarice Starling aren't coming to save your family from the algorithm. That's not happening. You can just choose to not do it. But I realize then you're not going to get as much reach. And then that's not going to equal as much, you know, monetary, whatever. And maybe that's not a big deal to you. And that's fine. That's okay. Like, I'm just saying, you don't have to be a slave to the algorithm. And that just doesn't sound fun to me. So I just don't know why. Like, just make what you want, because you're not going to be the next internet famous person. I have to tell this to my students all the time. You're not going to be TikTok famous. It's not going to be you. Like, it's not going to be you. Right now, Joanna, StreamYard has a thing. Clip that. Hey, StreamYard, clip that so that AI will clip it for maximum virality chances. And that's ludicrous. Like, I hate this ecosystem we live in. When we started, like, people were just making thumbnails, talking about crap, and putting stuff out. Now we have this thing where the AI will grab a couple thumbnails for you. It'll swap them out, in and out, titles. It has to be clickbait. And so in your effort to chase the algorithms, how many BookTube channels are exactly the same? The content's the same, the types of videos are the same, the books in those videos are the same, the thumbnails are the same. Like, why do we need homogenized everything? But that's what get clicks, and that's fine. But then don't talk about how big the community means to you. Like, just don't. Because if I don't ever see you on screen with anybody else, unless it's one of those big things where you emailed people who are more famous than you and said, hey, can you tell me what your favorite book of 2026 is? If that's the only time I ever see another booktuber on your screen, it's not about the community. Like, I just want people to be genuine. And so if that's your thing, that's fine. Just stop pretending that it's not, because we have enough prevaricators, and we have enough like people talking out of both sides of their mouth in real life. Like, I love this corner of BookTube because people just like, Philip makes the most boring videos about the most boring stuff, and he has 100,000 subscribers who listen to him. And there's no way you look at Philip's old videos filmed on his iPhone in front of his like fancy carpet that has like a fancy design on it, and you're like, you know what? That's going to be 100,000 subscribers worth. And then they listen to Philip. I jump Philip up to 2 times speed, and he's still talking in normal time to me. But you know what? There's something for everybody. It's like I'm saying. I tell my students, if you think you're never going to find someone who loves you, go to Walmart. Just look around. There is someone for everyone. Y'all.
Do not find your wife at Walmart.
Just go to Walmart. No, I think go to Walmart and look around, and that'll give you hope.
Oh, that's so mean.
Oh man,
I don't know what to tell you.
Alan,
Jimmy.
you're making my face hurt.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh,
So,
There's at
just
least one
like-
person in chat's gonna be like, I met my significant other.
and
Oh,
you're the
God.
one that knocked him, not me.
Guarantee
I
it.
didn't say there's anything wrong with
It's
it.
true. I did.
oops.
Just
Alan, you got a compliment in the chat for your
no one
narration.
compliments me unless they're being mean.
No, you got a compliment for your narration.
Hey, you have the biggest head I've ever seen.
That it's 24 inches in circumference.
It's a basketball.
These are XXL hats. I have.
Jeez.
Oh,
to
wow.
Look at the cap on that thing.
It literally says oversized caps.
I have a big head too.
Big old noggin. Love
Who
it.
said something? If someone says something about my narration, I appreciate it because I worked really hard, and Philip's narration lends itself to me doing my job, so I appreciate it.
I'm so sorry if I'm missing that. Where is that?
It's right
comment?
after.
It's a little up
Which is
in
highlighted.
the chat, but that's
Oh.
Alan, put your hat back on.
Sorry, I missed it. Alan, you can highlight it. But thank you, John, for stopping by. Really appreciate it.
Oh, Johnny
And-
boy.
Yay. Oh, influencer Alan.
So yeah,
Yay.
Joanna, if you can just pull that up. Today
Go
I'd
ahead,
like to
you
talk about
bastard.
something that I have no experience in, but I would like to talk in an authoritative manner, so that people will go and tell their friends that they heard it on my channel, and pass it off as truth. I would especially like it if it is maybe in the scientific realm or something that could endanger people if they got the information wrong. So
Okay.
my backwards hat lends me credibility because it means I'm not one of the insider crowd. So you can trust me because I'm just one of y'all, and I'm just someone who's done my research. I mean, why does it take these academics millions of dollars and years of study to come up with something? I literally Googled it. Like it took me 15 minutes. So I don't know what these office monkeys are doing, but they need to get out and get a real job, like me, podcasting.
There you
Big
go.
youth pastor energy right now with that backwards hat.
Look,
like if
we've
you
got
sat
pizza,
backwards on a
we're gonna
chair,
have pizza, we're gonna have games.
that's who's gonna bring in the spirit tonight.
Look, my wife's gonna wear jeans.
Oh,
Anyway.
I will
Anyway,
say this though,
that's my
like
life.
some of my favorite videos I've done on my channel have been channels that did not get a whole lot of views, and I'm still really proud of them. You know, like some of, I'll be honest, like I loved my Fool's Errand vlog. I felt really good
It
about that.
pains me to hear creators say, "I worked really hard on this video because I really liked it, and it didn't do well, so I'm not going to do it anymore." Like that physically pains me. Why? Like
Yeah,
then,
no, it physically pains me when I hear that video. Yeah, that video didn't do well. The didn't do well thing, or that video did well. I don't
then
like.
who are you doing
I
it
don't
for?
like that
Like,
either.
who are you doing it for? Understand what no one understands here is that if, let's say, 300 people watched your video, Joanna, where else in the world are 300 people going to listen to something you say? Nowhere.
That's
300
true.
people is so much. I mean, Philip, what's your biggest class?
25.
That's what I'm saying. Like I have 30 kids at one time, or I guess in a semester, in a school year, I have 130 kids. That's how many people are forced to listen what I have to say because they are literally trapped by law to be there.
And they're not listening most of the
Oh
time.
no!
either.
So like if something gets 300 views, like where else are 300 people sitting there choosing to listen to something that you have to say? It's remarkable, but in the scheme of the algorithm, I guess, like 300 isn't good. But
yeah.
I mean,
and going to Jimmy's point about like not everybody who watches your channel is going to be commenting or whatever. You never know who's watching. That's the other thing, is you never know, and that you might care if you knew, but you don't know, and you just have to imagine that too. I don't know, just give some credit to that. So yeah, no, I'm with you on all that. I mean, I obviously am just chugging along here, like at what, under 9,000 subscribers after 5 years, whereas yeah, I don't want to get into comparisons or anything, but yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, I think there's value in being able to do things that feel meaningful to you and to appreciate the interaction that you do get, and the other thing too when it comes to the view stuff is that so much of it comes down to, I guess, I think there is something to be said about staying consistent and gathering a common community or whatever, but it's also so much of it has to do with thumbnails and titles, and I don't know that thumbnails and titles always have to do with the quality of the video.
game I want to play. Like I don't want to play that game, and like I'm
really bad at it. I really don't know how to.
I am
5
too.
years. That is one lesson I'm still learning, and I've not figured out is how to do a proper thumbnail or title.
To paraphrase Thomas Jefferson, I had hoped the work would speak for itself. Like I don't know why I have to find it, and I know because that's how people find it. But like I keep holding out hope that what if people just stopped being such knuckle dragging mouth breathers and clicked on stuff that didn't have those? Like, what if people saw and I don't know, top 10 reasons that Joanna killed your cat yesterday. Like, what if they said, I'm not going to click on that because that person is trying to bait me, and instead went to Philip's bad Photoshop that says talking about very boring things in the dispossessed for very long periods of time. I will tell you about the symbolism of cheese within the left hand of darkness, and that ice represents loneliness. Period. because Philip's the kind of person who puts a period in a thumbnail.
That would explode.
I know it would. I know it would.
Oh my
Philip. Your
goodness,
highest
yeah.
watched video.
Yeah. Well,
No,
Philip
all you
already
just
figured
did-
out the professor and the title for his One Piece. So
Which wasn't even my idea. That was somebody. I put out the video. It was like my thoughts on the East Blue Saga of One Piece, and then one of the viewers said you should say English professor. I was like, why? Okay, fine. And I did it, and it did help actually.
And now you've done it to death.
Now I've done it to death, and
see, I would say assassin elf in mine, but I think people would just be confused. So
Yeah.
You got to go for it, Joanna. Who cares?
maybe I'll say former goth girl.
Yeah.
Well, me and Alan took that route after Philip did. We did it on our Baldur's Gate stream.
Yeah, Latin teacher and professional wrestler. That has more watches than anybody
Nice.
has any
That is
right
good.
to watch. Like, why did multiple hundred people watch us like futz around
So funny.
in Baldur's Gate?
So much fun. That might be that might be my favorite thing I've done online. I
Wow.
love it.
I've never played Baldur's Gate.
It's just
but-
me pushing the line really far and waiting for Alan to tell me, Jimmy, calm down. That's the whole stream.
It's just him getting super close to saying something super offensive. That's gonna.
When I
get
was
me
creating my
banned.
character, I go, dude, the jiggle physics in this game are crazy. And he goes, would you relax?
Oh, God.
He was like, what's taking you so long? I said, I'm trying to sculpt my genitalia.
He's also pretending to be stupid. Like he's pretending like he doesn't know what's happening. He's like, oh, you're being super racist to that person right there. He's just trying to make a living. I'm like, it's a goblin who's literally killing someone.
God,
Those streams are gold.
that does sound golden.
Unhinged.
All right.
No one is safe. Like we take
No
shots
way.
at Philip, Joanna, everybody.
I was taking a lot of shots. I was taking a lot of shots.
Now I have to go back and watch that replay to hear all these
Oh, you
shots.
didn't watch it?
he meant you were delivering the shots, not taking them.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I was inebriated at least once while filming. I got real quiet.
Nice.
Hold on. Joanna, it has been a pleasure knowing you. I don't want to end on me being like
Oh.
like crashing out. My students say I crash out every Wednesday in class. They like time it. They write it down.
It's a hump day thing.
Apparently, I crash on hump days. So I don't always crash out, guys. If this is the first time you've ever seen me, I like Joanna a lot. She is one of my very close friends
Oh.
on BookTube, and
Yay.
we used to read a bunch of books together. But then she found smarter friends, and so now they read smart books together.
I thought you were being nice.
I was.
Yeah.
It started out that way. I don't. It always ends terribly.
Oh my god.
Well,
oh,
the first part of what I said then.
I love you too, Alan. I love all three of you guys so much. Thank you so much for celebrating my 5 years on BookTube. I can't believe Philip is still here and it's 4 minutes past.
Oh,
his
I would
birthday.
only do that to Alan. Don't worry.
Dude, Philip straight dropped from that combo. That was crazy.
I know. He looks at his watch, and then
Even if you
on the
haven't
dot,
read No Life
gone.
Forsaken,
Gone.
go to Alan's channel, find that No Life Forsaken live stream, and just go to the last minute.
Just come in because we were done literally 2 minutes later, guys. We were finished 2 minutes later.
And Philip literally just goes, this.
And the
It was
reason
crazy.
it runs longer because we're commenting on Philip just dropping. It would have been over earlier.
He had a contractual obligation.
I'm gonna have
Oh
lockjaw
my
here,
gosh, it
Alan.
was so funny.
It was so funny.
That was so funny. All right. Well, I such a pleasure to have you guys all here tonight. Thank you again. And thank you everybody in the chat for showing up. Lots of love to you all. And until next time, have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
You're the best, Joanna.